Hey, we're back. I'm ready.
That's
What?
nice. Not yet, bro.
I know.
Now you can.
All right. Hey, I'm sorry. See, I messed it up again. But
Yeah.
anyway, welcome to the Two Men with Mike's podcast. I'm your host, Bobby Joe, and I've got my other host here.
CJ, I'm looking at something. I'm sorry. My
You,
bad.
oh, okay. I didn't want to say your name for you. I didn't want to take your shine away. I didn't want to, just be like introducing you.
That's
Yeah.
funny because I was going to interrupt you when you started your intro. Like, hey, it's us.
Yeah.
We're back again. Blah, 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 blah.
But hey, we have a guest with us tonight. We have the lovely Gay Span. How you doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing today?
Great.
We're doing good, and we do want to thank you for coming on last minute to hang out with us and do part two of this topic. But before we get into that, if you want to, just tell us a little bit about yourself, and and I know you live in Atlanta, right? And how long you've
Yeah.
been here and stuff like that. And I know you have a business, so you want to promote that too. But just tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Sure. My name is Gay, and like I told them, it's happy. Okay, no homos. It's gay. I'm strictly dickly, but that's just a whole other. Anyway, I live in Atlanta now. Yes, moved here from Brooklyn, and
Oh,
Okay.
I've been here about 5 years, and I like it a lot. And I work in the travel industry. If you have a need for custom international travel, you can reach out to me at Spanning the Globe Tours. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
I like that name.
Thank you.
Nice little catch to it.
So let me
Because
ask you.
my last name is Span, so
Yeah.
Span.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah,
yeah, that's nice.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so real quick, what do you like about living in Atlanta? What's different from Brooklyn and
Okay.
out here?
Well, it's a totally different culture. It's not better or worse. It's just
Hmm.
different.
Hmm.
I like it because I can drive everywhere. I mean, I'm originally from New Jersey. I'm not a born and bred New Yorker because a lot of them they don't have driver's licenses or don't drive cars. They take the subway everywhere. But I'm a Jersey girl. We always had a car.
Right.
So I like being able to drive. I like that I can give my car to the valet and I only have to tip them. I don't have to pay for $25 an hour for parking like in New York.
Right. Right.
um, I was done with winter. So, you guys have
Yeah.
a chilly season down here. It's not really winter, it's just chilly.
Yeah. And me, I'm vain. I like the weather here because the snow doesn't really stick too long. I do like that it does get pretty cold, and because I like the layer, Citizen Vane. I like to field jackets and sweaters, and that's how I do it.
Yo, when I moved here, and it's true, like in my closet, I have like a coat closet. I have about 15 coats because in New York, you have to have a lot of coats.
Right.
I don't get to wear them. They just been in that closet I have two coats. I wear
Right.
really cold, and if it gets really cold that one day, I have
Right.
and I have all them coats in the
Right.
closet. Get rid of them.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give me some more coats, but yeah, anyway, I know you kind of caught the tail end last week, and we were talking about it was like a dating topic, talking about first dates, kind of like, would you be offended, if he, said, look, I can spend this amount of money, kind of like a spending limit on a first date. Have you ever had that experience, or been out with someone like that, or how do you kind of feel about, because I've heard, this topic come up a lot, and we try to get people's, different opinions on it.
All right. Well, okay. So I have a kind of a long answer to your question.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
please
All
do. We
right.
got time.
Okay. Well, the long question is for us people of a certain age, like we've been out here, if you've been dating and you're in your 40s, you're in your 50s, you've been dating a long time,
Hmm.
you know? So like when I was in my 20s and my 30s, dating was amazing. Guy would come to your house, he probably had flowers, he's picking you up, probably dressed in a suit or really nice dress, and we were going out and you knew you were going to have a nice date. Like that was when I was in my 20s. But since then, it's a text, a WYD, what you doing? Meet me up at this spot. I'll buy you a drink. That's what it's turned out to be like nowadays, right? It's a lot different
Mhm.
than younger days. And the other thing is meeting people on an app, right? There's all this dating app stuff. And I think when you meet somebody on an app, on a dating app, and you haven't met them in person and you don't know if there's any chemistry or whatever, for that reason, I can understand, hey, let's just go meet somewhere and so I can see you in person. I can read your energy and see if there's something there. That I get. Like, I don't see how you meet somebody on an app and you're going to take them out to STK for dinner. Like, I don't get that,
Right.
or requiring that.
Okay.
So I guess it could probably depend on how you meet the person, right? Because
Okay.
if we meet out and we've seen each other, we've had that flirty conversation and we talked on the phone, and you think there's something there, then I would like you to try to impress me with a nice date. But if we've met on a dating app and we don't know each other at all, and you say, hey, let's meet for coffee. I don't really drink coffee, but if you say, oh, let's go to Starbucks or let's go get ice cream, let's go for a walk, I think I'm okay with that.
Okay. So what's a nice date? You mentioned take you out on a nice date, press you with a nice date. So what's a nice date? What do you consider a nice date? What does that look like to Gay?
I mean, everybody's unique, right? But if it's something interesting that's got a thought behind it, that's a nice date. Okay, all right, okay, I got one. Just remember, this was in New York. This guy took me out on a date. It's like one of the best dates ever. It was so cool. We went to the movies, and we actually went to see The Wolf on Wall Street. That's how long ago it was.
Oh, okay.
Remember that movie, Wolf of Wall
Yeah,
Street?
yeah, that was a long time ago.
It's a good movie though.
Good movie. So we went to the movie, and he shows up with a bag, and I'm like, oh, okay, what's in the bag? So when we get seated in our seats, this brother had 2 glasses, glass, not plastic, 2 champagne glasses and a bottle of champagne. And he popped that champagne.
You imagine sitting in the movie theater and hear,
He popped the champagne in the movie theater with the 2 glasses and it's Wolf of Wall Street.
I hope you guys in what's it called, toasted and clean them glasses together inside.
We did the most. We did.
Oh,
wow. And that was fun. So I think a lot of times people in these conversations get hung up with how much money you spend. But it was a glass of champagne. He brought his own glasses and a movie ticket. Like, that's not that much, but it was just like the surprise and the cool factor because it went with the movie.
The creativity.
Right.
He put thought into the whole thing.
Yeah, the thought into it. Now, would you have been turned off kind of like, before you guys went out on the date and he was like, well, look, I'm only, looking to spend this, amount of money, or even, when he got there, or had you tip? I mean, if it had been like a different scenario or something like that, or is that something that would be like, okay, well, I'm turned off now,
Okay, let's back this up a little bit. All right. What is the purpose of asking someone out on a date? Like, seriously, what is the purpose of it?
To get to know him.
From a guy's perspective.
To get to know him.
I'm not going to answer that question because I can give a PT answer.
Yeah, the mature answer is to get to know them, but probably 90% of the time it's something else.
I'm going to sit this one out.
Well, I can say 90% of the time they're trying to,
you have that.
As an old man say, get a little skin. So yeah, but the mature answer would be to get to know that person. Right. So you can get some skin later down the road. Not sure.
Okay, either way, like to get to know someone or to get some skin, whatever. What do you think? Is that going to go over really well with anybody? Like, what do you think?
I mean, I don't think it would, but
if you were a girl and you had skin to give, would that make you want to give them some skin? I mean, let me throw that back at you.
Well, if the guy asks about the money, I mean, or said something about the money.
If you are a girl and you have some skin to give, and somebody says, why don't you pick up the tip? Or I'm only going to spend this much. I mean, how does that make you feel? Does it make you warm and fuzzy inside?
Well, I mean, as a guy, I mean, it's all about the delivery sometimes. And I'm not talking about the skin part. I'm talking about the money part. So yeah, just how they say it. If I didn't have, but let's say $100 in my pocket, and I really want to take this person out, and I would just be like, hey, listen, I'm attracted to you. I really like you, but I'm not very well off financially, but I don't have, I would like to take you out on a date. It's not going to be something expensive, but we could take that time to get to know each other, and we can go from there. Or I can lie and be like, listen, I don't want to put monetary value on this date, knowing I ain't got but $100 in my pocket, and say, I really want to get to know you, so I want to take you over to Central Park, and let's just sit out there and have a conversation. Because I don't want to do what everybody else does with you, as far as taking you to TK Keys or whatever for steaks in this.
TK, you can't even say it.
Yeah. I don't even want to take you there because everybody does that. I want to be something different than your past, because your future is different with me. So I'm gonna take you to this park.
It's broke, yeah.
Yeah, what you ain't gonna know is broke. You just know we go into Central Park to sit on the bench and have conversation. That broke gonna come later when I'm asking to borrow $20. So yeah, it's the delivery.
So okay, my whole thing with this, right? We get into these conversations and then they get stuck on like the actual conversation versus like what is real in real life, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, if you like someone, aren't you gonna try to put your best foot forward? Like, why? Like, that's the part that I don't get. Like, if you like this person, why wouldn't you put your best foot forward? And I think if you think like that, it's really easy to answer that question. Like,
well, true. Now,
no, but go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, I'll go ahead. Okay, so you're right. In theory, yeah. If I really like this woman, if I'm like, oh man, let me take her out, show her a good time. I'm trying to court her. I'm showing interest. Yeah, that makes sense. But I think, and I'm probably gonna get in a lot of trouble for this, but I think I'm in these groups sometimes. I think a lot of these dudes, and I think there are issues on both sides in dating. But I think with a lot of these dudes, they don't even like women. There
you go.
They'll fuck, and we can curse on this podcast, but they don't really like women. So if you don't really like her like that, then why would you try to put your best foot forward? Why would you try to be creative?
Bobby, a lot of men don't know what that statement means, because they're like, I like women. What do they mean?
Well,
you like to have sex with women, but you don't actually like women.
They don't, and I get called a simp for that. But no, I genuinely, I mean, honestly feel like they don't like women. But
they certainly don't value. They certainly don't value women past a certain need, and it shows.
Right.
Yeah, it shows. Yeah, because if you actually like the person, then it's if you like the person and you want them to like you and they like you, it's easy. That the answer to these questions is so easy when you are like coming from a space of where you actually like the person.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But see, but here's the thing though, Bobby and Bobby be over the men bashing all the time. And I'm gonna tell you, and this is the thing. There's always other sides to these things. You got to think Bobby's in those groups, and I'm not coming at you, Bobby, because you're my best friend. But you have to understand that these groups that Bobby are in, and the name and titles of those groups. So if there's a lady in there, a lot of that, let's say, liking a woman is not going to be there, because that's not the type of area where you're going to find your future. I ain't gonna say that, but it's basically, you're not going to go fishing there for the better crop. Now,
what if there's a young lady in there, and I don't mean to cut you off and you can finish your thought, but what if there's a young lady in there that you've interacted with, you talk to her a little bit, and you aren't genuinely, you're interested in getting to know her. So how does that come about? So, it may not be
if you're genuinely interested in her.
Yeah, and you like,
and
oh,
and she's in that group.
and she's in the group, and you may send her a message, hey, which again, too, I think a lot of people don't know how to effectively communicate and
So there
ask.
you go. With so
Sometimes,
once
I,
again, I will point this out. We are re uh going back
I
on something
bashing.
CJ said. No, CJ said earlier. You know, I always go back on the point out because you guys also call me. But Bobby's saying something. He's re-elaborating on something I said a little while ago. So go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
know it's
no,
all
no,
about the
that was it.
delivery.
No, that was it. That was it. But go
So
ahead.
how do you say something to that lady in that group? First
or
of all,
go ahead.
because and this is my point is first of all, just say, and I'm just gonna say a guy like me, I'm not gonna be in that group trying to find nobody that I'm trying to take on a real date anyway.
Why? It's Facebook. People, CJ, why are you judging people?
Yes,
If
CJ.
nah, because
CJ.
Bobby be over there. Bobby be. They call it sweet peeing and all that for the women. Nah, that's not
No,
happening.
but you
I'm not about to be. Huh?
Facebook is entertainment, and people are in these groups just to
Keyword.
hear what wild people are saying. But that doesn't. You can't judge people for being in a Facebook
I'm not
group.
judging them.
It's
I'm
so
not.
bad with women in a Facebook group.
Okay, personally, I'm not gonna say I'm judging them. I just wouldn't go fishing there. Okay,
you never know where you're gonna meet your soulmate.
it won't be in one of them groups. I can tell you
Maybe
that.
it's
Nah.
not necessarily fishing.
Well,
You
it
can
depends
never
on the
know
group.
somebody.
It's the group name. So, for instance, like
Okay.
Bobby is in Balls Against Wall group. Find your whatever lady girl. No, I'm not looking for no woman in Balls Against Wall group or double D women, whatever it is going to be. No, that's not where I want to be at, because if she's showing her double D's in the
my
Balls
God.
Against the
You know
Wall
what?
group, I'm not trying to get nobody there. What?
CJ, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, and they're not all called Balls Against the Walls. Some of them are just like, some of them might be Greek groups,
No, those I get.
sorority and fraternity, but
Uh-huh.
they still have some topics, and people do go left in those conversations.
And those are guys you weed out, and girls or ladies you weed out. So if I had to be, like when Bobby said, if I had to be in that group or was in those groups, let's say the Greek one, right? If I was in a Greek group and there was a nice young lady that was there, I went to. It's not hard to talk to her, on the backside, as far as like I'm a DM her, but and that's another thing. Because if you're a pretty good caliber type of guy, you're not all about the DMing anyway. I'm not DM. I don't DM nobody half the time unless they DM me first, and I'll be like, hey. But then after that, I'm straight to we're on the phone. We're getting a better connection. I'm not going to do it through Facebook. So that's why I'm saying it's. Bobby has statistics that he don't share. And he be able to men bashing. So. There's a group of guys out there like myself that will not DM ladies, that do not DM. We're not going to be in all them groups trying to go fishing in those groups. And we're not, we just not just out there like that. Now we're going to find the ones, but we're looking for the ones that's a little bit more organic, like out in the streets. If I, when I go to thank the Lord on Sunday, and I might find Sister Rosa Mary over there. But what I'm saying, that's where I'm going to find them at.
So
I'm
so
not gonna
you
find
would
them on Facebook.
so if you don't think so, if there was a
Mm-mm.
young lady you were interested in, and you were like, okay, well, let me see where this can go. I'm interested in getting to know her outside of Facebook. You wouldn't send her a message?
I'm just not a DM type of person. I do not DM, and because a lot of guys DM women all day, and I'm more of a what's the word? I try not to be on the same path as everybody else. I'm more, I guess, specific. Obviously, by the way I talk with some of the dumb stuff I say, but I'm more specific. I'm not going to be the same thing that the last 10 dudes were to you, which means 10, 20, you getting 10, 20, 30 dudes DMing you. I'm not about to DM you. That's not my competition. My competition outside of those DMs, because anybody can DM you and be anything they want to be through Facebook. When it comes to reality, that's where the real person is, and that's where I'm at. Like, catch me on the real, don't catch me on the fake.
Well, what if you want to set something up like, hey, and maybe a lot of guys maybe sending her messages, but she's interested in you, and you're like, hey, why don't get together sometime? I know we're in this group together. Hey, you want to go grab a drink or grab
Nope.
dinner, something like that,
Nope.
and then you guys get to slowly start.
You
to
know
get
how I
to
would
know
catch
each
them?
other.
When that Facebook group has a meet and greet somewhere, everybody's meeting at STKs, and then I see her in there. That's what I'm gonna make my move.
That's when you're gonna make your move.
That's what I'm making my move. I'm not gonna do it through no fake, no DMing. Look,
Okay.
call me old fashioned if you want.
No, that means that's cool. That's cool. I just think if it's somebody you're interested in, no matter what the setting, no matter how you guys meet, no matter what, I'm interested. She's attractive. I like the kind of the stuff she says, how we interact in these groups or whatever, and you find her interesting. Well, let me see how she is in person. I say go for it.
I'll catch
Send her
you.
a
I'll catch
message.
you somewhere else. I'll catch
Well,
you
you
somewhere
know,
else.
I mean, one thing I would say, CJ, I do want to encourage you if you see somebody to definitely reach out because, sisters are looking to meet quality men, and you nowadays you're not out. Like people are not out. Like
Wow.
there's a lot of COVID, there's a lot of other stuff. Like people are just not out. So honestly, like for someone like me, it's like, well, how am I going to meet somebody? And like online is like one of the more consistent ways that you can at least identify yourself as someone who's available to be dated, So, I mean, people might be DMing. It's not like, oh, everybody DMs. It's just like that's how you communicate. It's different. Like you can't say, oh, everybody's on a phone. Well, that's how you talk. You gotta use a phone to call someone. Like
I get that.
A DM is not a unique approach. A DM is a way to communicate directly with.
You hitting all my keywords. Unique. I need unique when I conversate with you.
You can't reach someone if you don't have their information.
I have the information. Let's say, for instance, like, and I'm saying, but say, for instance, there's gay span. Oh, she's really attractive, man. I'm gonna have to meet her. Oh, but she's on 2 Men with Mike podcast, or whatever. I'm not gonna say and DM you. You know what I'm gonna do? Uniquely, I'm gonna start pretending like I'm booking a trip somewhere, and then go through you, and then I'm gonna turn it into conversation, and then I'm gonna meet you. Right? They never went through that. So you see my uniqueness. I'm not competing with 400 dudes. Trying to talk to gay.
You would still try to reach out if you met somebody.
I'm gonna reach out, but I'm just not gonna do it through Facebook, through these DMs with the rest of them guys. And you got Cypher. You might not even see my hello because you got like 50 other hellos going through there. You know how they do, hey, good morning, beautiful, all that stuff. It'd be like about 30, 40 hello beautifuls early in the morning. Hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree. Back when I was single, I'm reaching out. If I don't have your contact info and we interact on Facebook, I'm reaching out because I feel like regardless of how many people are in your inbox, I may be, I'm Isaiah Bradley. I'm the Black Captain America. So
yeah, you got the shield. Right?
I got the shield too. So I feel like I'm going to be that one that's like, oh well, I'm going to try to stand out. From these 400, 500 different guys that may be trying to just sending you messages and, because you're all in the delivery or something. I'm like, oh, I'm sure, whatever. But would you like to go out sometime or this and that? And then we'll go from there. Because truth be told, I'm charming. Yeah.
Yeah, you and the other 400 dudes that say hello, good, beautiful, or good morning, beautiful.
Well, I have to say, let me chime in here. I have to say, CJ, if you did that undercover work and tried to figure it out and came at me on a sideways, I'd be like, okay, but I would be probably a little confused at first.
Confusion leads to lifetime.
What?
Confusion leads to a lifetime of conversations.
No, I would be confused initially if he called me for a trip and then it went left. Like, what's your number? Like, let's go out. I would be kind of confused.
No. There again, how my boys say, there again. We're gonna be talking about the whole what's it called? Trip, and then I'm gonna slide in a couple of, here and there. So, well, yeah, really? Where you from? You did what? Oh, I used to go to the Kid and Play Market up in Brooklyn sometimes to get whatever it was. Yeah. Oh, see, and then.
Oh no, go ahead and say that again. You were breaking up a little bit.
Yeah. See, that ain't number the. But yeah, the whole connection getting unstable. But yeah, I mean, I would just slide in little things here and there. That's all.
Okay.
It wouldn't be like straight. Hey, I want a trip to Trinidad. Hey, let's go out on a date. No, you make small talk. You from Brooklyn? Oh, okay. Well, I used to go to the kid and play shop up there, the flea market up there, and whatever. I can't remember what it was, but and then we start talking about that. Then we start talking about other things. Oh, what's TK? And oh yeah, oh man, I need to try that. And then it goes into the the conversation after that.
Right.
Right. Kind of find out stuff about her. Yeah, I'm gonna do that for a little while, but then I'm straight asking. I'm like, yeah, you want to, I think we should get together sometime, and kind of pay attention to where she might like to go and stuff like that. There won't be a spending limit, and I'm gonna pay for the tip, pay the tip.
Well, you know what, Bobby, you did start asking like, how would I feel? Please don't ever say anything like that. Don't say anything like that.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
say
about about the cost and going Dutch and stuff like that. Yeah,
don't
yeah.
say
But
nothing like that.
oh no,
Just
no, I wouldn't do that. But
no.
I think sometimes what happens is from what I've heard, some of these people's experiences, they get out and it's like, oh well, the bill comes, or they're asking, well, how are we doing this? And all of a sudden somebody's like, oh, we're gonna split it.
Well, let me clarify. Let me just clarify. I have been on dates where this has happened to me, right? So
Right.
let me just say it right out front. If you ask me out on a date and we go out on a date and you ask me to split it or pay the tip on a first date, it is no longer a date and you are out of consideration
Right.
completely. And it's not any kind of like gold digger player shit, none of that, because I'm a full mature woman. I take myself out to eat. I don't need you to take me out. You're not taking me out and like I've never been out to eat before, or I can't afford to take myself these places. You're taking me out for my company and to get to know me better. And if you turn around and ask me for a tip or to split it, it's no longer a date. Now I'm not going to be rude about it. I'll be like, okay, that's good, but just understand there's no romance in that at all.
Nothing. Right.
Yeah, you're no longer in consideration.
What about long term? If you're dating a guy for like four months and he asks you to pay the tip, but he paid the bill?
No, I mean, you're talking about 4 months is a relationship.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you're in a relationship, stuff goes tit for tat, but and that's not even what we're talking about, because the thing about a first date is it kind of sets the tone so as a woman, you're talking to me by what you're doing and how you're treating me, right? So I would be in the market for a respectful man, for someone that I can look up to, someone that I can be proud to be with, someone that I would feel safe with, someone that I feel respects me. So even on the first date, those are things I'm looking for, these cues. So if I'm out with you and you make me feel unsafe, which is, oh, he might not have the bill, that's panic for me. It's embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like, he can't afford us.
Right.
Oh, like that's what you're communicating. If you don't open the door, if you're not a gentleman on the first date, you're communicating to me like what your morals are and what kind of person you are and who raised you. Like, so if on a first date, like, communicate, who are you?
Okay. I mean, that's fair. Okay, let me ask you this, because I like to call myself the day doctor. And then, I don't know if you're single or not. Maybe we can,
I'm
anybody
single.
watching. Okay, anybody watching. Okay, so
The book a trip.
how how important are looks or physical attraction? Is that important too, or as long as he treats you, right, and you guys have a good time and that connection and vibing, which I hate that word, or just so the looks, does it matter how important it is in the grand scheme of things? Things to you?
So if you're interested in having a romantic relationship with someone, it's not shallow to want to be attracted to them.
Right.
Shallow might be, he has to be this, he has to be that, like too specific. But if the person is attractive to you, which sometimes it could be he's funny, makes me laugh, or super smart, or he's, you know, he's just I don't know. It's just attraction. Doesn't have to be like he's the most gorgeous guy or whatever like that.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
No, that's cool. I mean, I just think sometimes a lot of people try to downplay, oh yeah, I don't have a type, or that's not important to me, and then they want to call people who do have a type,
Just say
shallow,
just say shallow Bobby.
No, I mean, it's just I just always find it funny because I'm like, don't sit up here and say that it doesn't matter, because it does. It does matter.
What looks? Oh, here's this argument again.
Yeah, we'll go, and I know we're getting off topic. Yeah, I do think looks matter. I do.
I don't think
I mean, you can be the greatest and have war winning personality. I'm sorry, I'm a little tipsy. But if you look like a pterodactyl, I mean,
Unless it's to another pterodactyl.
Exactly.
yeah,
Thank you. You're with me on that then. See?
But I think
I mean,
beauty is an eye of the beholder, and the beauty is subjective. But
And you contradict your statement, because I've always said, like you kind of said, Gay, it's all about attraction comes in different forms. It's not just physical. Attraction actually comes from the person. Like they may do simple things that you're really attracted to, that attracts you to that person. So you don't even see their whole look. You don't see, per se this face. You just see a person or a soul, and that's what you're attracted to. And everything else is just a wash. It doesn't matter. Now, if you're just running around and you say, "Oh, I'm attracted to her face," when her face is gone, what do you have left after that? And don't say big booties, Bobby, because booties, they go away too. So if me as a person, I always look at people.
You ain't seen these 60, 70-year-old Black women on this here internet that look ridiculously good. And actually my mom is fabulous.
No, I mean, I agree.
At 85, she looked amazing.
No, I agree with that 100%. But what I'm saying is, like
my booty's here to stay, just in case you want to know. Anyway, go ahead.
But she said what?
Sidetrack.
What did you say? Well, I'm sorry, I missed that.
I said my booty's here to stay.
I just feel like you need to be.
I'm not mad at you.
I need to know what you look like. So I don't care, act of service, whatever your love language, whatever. You can be the nicest person, have a war.
Looks are not forever.
And it's true, but initially, I need to be attracted to you. That's what draws me in, not your personality.
My attraction is the personalities and the mental, and the fact that you probably can keep my peace. If you do not take away my peace as a person, I am so attracted to you. Well, if you're taking them, and then the looks, like I said, and to be honest, looks are only a bonus when it comes to things. Like, to me, it's just a bonus because, I can't talk to looks. You know what I'm saying? I can't hold looks.
CJ, let me see if I can clarify. Are you saying good looks? Because like when we say looks, we don't mean looks. We mean like very
drop
good
dead. How they say Instagram model looks, all that. No.
Yeah.
I'm not doing all that.
Right.
I mean, I can do that, but I'm not gonna,
So maybe not that far, but I do think that it's fair for someone to want to be attracted to the person. That's what I was saying. So like I've met guys that are really good guys, but I just didn't have that attraction. It's not going anywhere. I do need that. I need to be at least attracted to you.
Yeah, but that's what I said. I'm just not. And I don't want to call it not material. I'm just not. When I see women, I don't see those looks like that. I mean, I might seem like, oh, she's pretty, she's cute, but it's the conversations that we have, the way we connect. That's what attracts me. To me is like seeing a car, but you got to see the inside of them cars. What the inside look like, that's what I want. All these cars are the same. Women are women at the end of the day. No, not to downplay, but all I'm saying is I don't see I don't judge off the appearance. I judge off of the mind, the concepts they have, whatever the conversations are. That's where mine comes from. So that's why, and you could be ugly. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, Call me. Well,
Because I'm not gonna sit like I'm like super beautiful. So it's not like I'm running around looking like Idris Elba, even though I try to play like I'm him a lot of times, but I'm not. Look at me. I'm not a freaking beautiful guy. So I'm not gonna sit there and judge the next person and say, "Oh, you ugly. You're not cute.
no, I'm not saying you
I
don't say
won't
that
talk to you."
when they're ugly. My whole point is, okay, let's say I'm in Whole Foods where I like to go, and I see a woman in my eyes who I think is attractive. What's initially drawing me in is her looks. I don't know what her personality is. I can't say, oh my gosh, she's sitting over the way she okay, she's over there at the hot bar. Man, she must have an awesome personality. I'm gonna go. Let me go talk to her.
No,
Initially,
now wait, stop, Bobby,
wait, wait, no,
stop.
no.
All right, go ahead, go ahead.
Initially, I'm like, oh, she's attractive in my eyes because, like you said, beauty is subjective. So what I might find attractive, somebody else may not. She may be my type. Like, oh, okay. So initially, that's what's drawing me in. Now, she may have a bad attitude. She may be this or that and that, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna move on. But initially, I'm attracted to her looks,
Mm.
and I want to like, oh, let me see what else is going on. But no, I'm not gonna just be like, oh gosh, ooh, I want, she must. I'm sure she has an awesome personality.
Nah, see, you trying to see, you trying to downplay
No, no, I'm not trying to. No, I'm no,
my intellect. No, this is what I'm saying. Even that same lady that you see at the bar, I'll see her at the bar, and I'll
right,
look at it, and I will say, "Oh, she's cute, she's nice."
right.
But what happens is, all of a sudden, my mind will go to, I'll start watching her mannerisms.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Is she
yeah,
very ladylike?
right,
Is
right.
what type of things is she over there? Like acting like a dude or being like she's promiscuous or something like that. Then no, I'm watching those. I'll
Mhm.
even watch it down to maybe the way her hair is cut or something like that, or oh, she's got a nice cut. She just got she had a cut
Right.
clean or whatever. Got to all this just little things like that. The looks went out the window a long time ago, and
Oh
then
no,
I'll
no,
go and
I
be like,
get that.
oh hey, how you doing? I'm CJ. I have no game, but maybe we can talk later. I
No,
don't
no,
know.
I get what you're saying. No, I'm just talking about when you just right when you just walk in and you see her and you're like, oh, like
Yeah,
right then and there, before you even start watching her and her mannerism. I'm just talking about initially the first time you lay eyes on her.
you
That's
see,
that's what I'm talking about.
that's why I went for the definition because I think when you use the word looks,
Right,
it means good looks, extra good looks. But what Bobby is saying and what CJ, I think you're both saying the same thing is the person does have to be attractive to you, but the looks, like the perfection, all makeup model look, that's not important. I think that's what CJ's saying for
right,
sure.
right.
Like after that,
Exactly.
like, that's not really
Oh
important.
no, yeah, 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 yeah.
Very glad to hear. I like to hear that because I think this goes back to what Bobby was saying about men not liking women because like there's more to a woman than just the looks, just the outside. There's more to it. And if you can look deeper or, discover more, that's really where the diamond is at, like the inside.
True, true. I get that. I get that.
But don't you also can you also see like okay, this is kind of funny, but like I can look at people's faces and kind of feel like I can tell, like, are they stupid or are they,
Right.
you ever see somebody and they look like they dumb? Like your face.
Oh my gosh. No, I mean I get it, yeah. I mean sometimes, yeah, I'll be like, oh yeah, this isn't gonna end well. Yeah, or yeah, let me go ahead and stop this, cut this off, or not even say anything.
I said the face looks
Yeah,
stupid.
the face looks
Like stupidity in people's faces.
That could have been
right.
Einstein.
No, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But hey, but look, hey, Gabe, we want to thank you for coming on, but that's our time. I do appreciate you've been a great guest.
Wonderful,
We do
wonderful.
we do appreciate it. I know we got a little off topic, but hey, that's what we do because it's kind of, two men with mics and we're just talking about everything. So, we want to thank you for coming on. And again, drop your contact info. And anybody out there who's watching wants to get in touch with her for that next trip, do that. So go ahead, drop it one more time.
Okay. I mean, I'll put my email in there.
Okay.
So I'm putting it in the comments.
I'll put it in the comments. Okay. There we go. There we go.
Or my Instagram.
Yeah, do that too, and then say it out for everyone to hear too,
Oh,
because
okay.
we always drop everything, and I always tell everybody where the magic happens. Go ahead.
Okay, my Instagram is just my name @GaySpan.
Okay. Okay. Are you Twitter? Are you on what's
Insta and Facebook. Insta and Facebook.
what the kids are doing the TikTok? You're not on the TikTok?
Yeah,
I'm on the TikTok. Yeah.
And we're on the TikTok.
Yeah, you're not doing the TikTok. Okay, they say that's the big thing. Instagram is kind of dead. Let's do the TikTok, but I don't know. So
On Instagram and Facebook.
okay, Instagram and Facebook. That's where they can find you. CJ, do you have anything? We've been telling people how to get into contact with us for centuries. So if they don't know about now, I don't know. I don't know what to tell them.
I have nothing.
You have nothing. Hey, but
Sound like I'm at church or something. I have nothing.
If you want to get in touch with us, you want to come on the show, if you got a topic you want to talk about, 2menwithmics@gmail.com. Our social medias. I'm done. You already know where the magic happens. B. Joseph Williams on Facebook. I'm on all the other stuff, but that's where I live. That's my ministry. So get in touch with us. And again, we want to thank you all for coming out watching, and we want to thank our special guest again, GaySpan, thank you for being a wonderful guest, and I'll bring you.
Anytime. I love
Oh yeah, we will. We're gonna put you on.
I got a lot of topics.
Hey, you know what? Well, then you need to send them to me, and then we'll collaborate. We'll do that, and we'll have you back on.
We need you because
For real.
Bobby be
'Cause
struggling.
I'm
No,
struggling.
both of us be struggling.
I'm the worst executive producer of podcasts in the history.
No, we both be struggling. No.
Because I will struggle with the topics. So yeah, if you got some stuff you want to talk about, please send it to me, and then we'll have you on the show and we'll talk about it. Relationship stuff, whatever you want to talk about, we'll have you on. Okay.
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Y'all take care.
Bye.
What? How you guys saying bye when
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were.
You always do that, Bobby.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at this. The intros and the outro, whatever it's called. I'm terrible. In between is my thing. But I'm awful.
After you're off, sir. I was just.
All right. Okay, we're off. Good. Okay. Yeah, I'm terrible. I'm terrible at the intro and everything. But no, for Gay, for real.